Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel, Edmask. Thank you for those who have subscribed. Today, I come in to talk about the issue of causes of stress at the workplace. One of the things I want to emphasize is that the causes of workplace stress are not limited to what I'm giving you today. There are so many causes of workplace stress, of which many of you have gone through and many of you have seen and acted. And I'll tell you that today I want to look at a few, one like or two or six. And one of the things that causes stress at workplace, one of them is work overload. Sometimes you find that when you go to a company, you're given too much work to work on. And if that work is not in your ability to manage, or if you find yourself overwhelmed with what is being given to you as a staff, that if you don't have an ability to control how much you are meant to be doing at the workplace, that one puts you at stress. And once it puts you at stress, you go into anxiety, and in the long run you find yourself being depressed. There's also an issue of high demand and energy. You find that some of the work we do demand too much time, and then some of the work we do demand too much energy. So the work you do, to be happy with it, you need to be giving in enough time and also get better results. But also you need to be able to put in enough energy to get better results. So the work you do, the energy, the time you put in, and the energy you put in must be commensurate to the results that you envisage at the end of your project, of your work day. Another thing that I want to talk about is the issue of fear of redundancy. Most staff fear redundancy and fear change. Organizations have restructuring. So when staff hear about restructuring, they get into anxiety, they get stressed. Staff need to know that changes are normal. As you envisage to be promoted from the lower level to a higher level, that's how you should also look at restructuring. Because you find that even when the company loves you very much, even when you love the company very much, if there's no work for you, if the company is interested into a restructuring, to see how best they can formulate or maybe put a new face on the company to be impacted. So restructuring will definitely impact you. But I beg you, restructuring should not put you in stress. There's that kind of attachment that you have with the company. But you realize that when you came in, there are also other staff who worked there before. Either they left or maybe they're still in the company. You either have to make sure there is growth in the clientele, and that increase in the clientele, or maybe put up a good atmosphere that people, your managers, need to look at you as someone who is indispensable, someone whom they feel they cannot lose for any other person. So you make sure you need to build yourself a capacity developed in a way that even when there's restructuring, at least that kind of consideration of you being part of those people who would change into for promotion, or maybe you survive the restructuring. So restructuring should not put you in stress, because the company you're working for is not your mother's company, not even your daddy's company. There are so many companies outside there you can work. So don't get stressed. Just save yourself. Just save yourself for the future and for of yourself. Then another thing I want to talk about is poor line management and lack of support. You realize that when you go to some of these companies, we don't have clear roles and responsibilities, and these are meant to be given to us by the managers, our line managers. And then even when the roles are given, sometimes they're not well distributed, and then the manager is not willing to give us the support that is due for our work, to be able for us to implement our work as demanded before. So, my dear brothers and sisters, you need to make sure that you are given clear roles and responsibilities, and you need to disturb your manager, line manager, to give you clear roles and responsibilities, and be able to support you for your growth and also for the growth of the company. Otherwise, you are losing your job, and also is losing his job, and then you are losing the company as a whole, because both of you, your manager and your line manager, not doing the best for the company. And as a result, you as a worker are going to find yourself being stressed due to too much workload as being given to you by your manager, and you find yourself you're not able to do that work as being demanded by your supervisors as the results demand for. Or you might find yourself not being result oriented due to limited roles and responsibilities which were not clear or clearly given to you. There is an issue of difficult relationship at workplace. You realize that sometimes when you go to companies, these companies have got all the staff. So when new staff come in, there is that kind of resistance that is put by the old staff. So this kind of resistance that comes with the old staff to sitting or hiding what they're meant to be using, that it puts more staff in stress. And this comes as a result of different orientations, different schools, different trainings, different cultures, and then that culture you come with, that culture that you find within the organization needs to be studied well so that you intermingle, you mix up well so that you don't get resistance from the old staff or maybe your managers. And then I have an issue of workplace discrimination. Most staff are being discriminated on language, on culture, on gender. That impacts most staff and then limits their performance as staff. They would be good staff to produce or to give good results, find themselves being impacted because the discrimination that comes with their work roles, or maybe their work, or maybe their supervisors or their staff, their fellow staff, this affects them, affects their performance, and puts them into anxiety, and they end up into stress. My dear brothers and sisters, I told you there is no single element that could cause workplace-related stress, but this comes as a result of many things. These, the ones I've given are just limited, just a few. You can add or subtract or deduct. Okay? This is Edmask, your channel. Subscribe, share, and like. Thank you. Bye.